Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's 2nd and 7. He's going deep. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Lamar now from the gun. Finds his fullback. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd and long for him here. Aguilar with the grab. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Complete Derrick Henry. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He's on the move. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone. And the offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. And a great try at that first down.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They are looking at 4th down, however. That's caught beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now it's Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Mixon on the counter. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Stroud. He fires one deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans finish off their opening drive. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with Henry. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3 as he's out shyer that time on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Option design here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Tucker able to tack on the extra points. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. We'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And they had that one contained right at the line. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Second and 3 now. From the 39. Escapes out to the left. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
A final throw before the break. Escapes the pocket. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That pass caught by Tank Dell. He's out in the clear. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Looking to throw. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving. First and 10, a run to Mixon. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Mixon finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans tie things up at 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson to throw. Getting out to his left. Avoids some trouble there. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Into Henry on the inside handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running once more with Henry. Down the sideline inside the 40. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 36. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Running it after the penalty. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens in range for a game-winning score. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Before that play clock can reach 0, John Harbaugh signals for a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Stroud begins with a pass. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A second down throw for Stroud. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance. This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
On second down, Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is first and goal. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And now, third and goal coming up. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he's going to have to eat this one, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes. Tried to do...
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge fourth down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He's got his man, complete to Dell. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down for Houston. Here's Stroud. Trying the right side, taken in by Collins. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The give, running right. It is Mixon. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. In motion comes Andrews. Now the first carry for King Henry. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. And the pistol, Jackson ready. That's caught, Derrick Henry. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll go with the sneak. He will have a Ravens 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. Oh, he coughs up the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Whoa, that will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. On the ground, here's Henry. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
To the goal line and in. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Baltimore. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. First and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. He's going to tuck it and go. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. Stroud to throw here on first down. He'll look deep here for Diggs. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. To throw is Stroud. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
He'll look for Flowers downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on first down. Now a screen set up for Henry.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Jackson now on second down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Henry TuoTuo. What a time for a pick six for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them, and you're able to extend that lead.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Now he takes off.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
on third down. Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They will work the middle with Mixon. There he goes, inside the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about, and they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first and 10, Jackson. And that ball incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. To throw is Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And he will go all the way. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the line. They'll come up here, first and 10. He'll give this to Mixon, running right. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. Now it's going to be third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They get 25 on that connection. It's good for a Texans first down. Now Mixon. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Stroud to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. The sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming. and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 33. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. Good running inside the 25. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the third quarter of play. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's got another one. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now, Stroud. That is incomplete. And the two-point conversion is unsuccessful. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down. Jackson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Third and long for Jackson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now, Jackson. A throw on the move is caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second down, Jackson. He's got it at the 7. And he will score. Game on. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Pierce for the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So